welcome back to Pilates. My name is Bridget. I hope you're all well today and ready for a Pilates session. Today's focus will be on upper body. So we've got some abdominal work, core focus, we've got a little bit of arms and upper back as well. Please take the exercises to your own level. Everyone will be on a slightly different level, so take the options that I offer you. If you feel you need a break, please take a break whenever you need and then come back and join us. Most important thing is to have fun and listen to your bodies. You know yourselves best, so do what feels right for your body today. All right, guys, we're gonna get straight into it just by warming up the wrists. So if you interlace your fingers together and just slowly start to make some circles, bring in a little bit of movement into the joints. You might hear a few clicks here and there. As they start to warm up, you can change the direction. Nice deep breaths. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. All right, we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Think about sliding your armpits down the back so you bring in a little bit of space between your ears and your arms. You're going to reach the fingers as wide as possible and then make the tightest fists as you can and open and close, open and close. And we're going to start to go really quick, starting to warm up the fingers and the forearms. Bring in a little bit of blood flow in as well. So it almost feels like you're flicking water off your fingers. Can we slowly start to bring the arms out to the side? Flick, flick, flick every time. As tight as possible and as wide as possible. Bringing the arms forward. Hopefully starting to feel them warming up. Open, open, open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Give them a little bit of a shake out. Well done. We are bringing ourselves onto all fours. So slowly unfold the legs and bringing yourself up. All right, so bring in hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Bring in all the work that we have talked about before in earlier sessions. So we've got our breath inhaling through our nose. Exhaling out through our mouth, feeling that lovely wrapping around the waistline. Without sucking the abs up and in, you're feeling a gentle hugging sensation. You're thinking about long arms. You're pushing the chest as far away from the floor as possible. Back of the neck is nice and long, so we're not looking down towards the legs, nor are we looking up too high. Just look straight down in between your hands. All right, I think we're nicely aligned. Last thing, you're balancing a tray of drinks on your lower back. We're not arching the back and we're also not tucking the bum. You're finding that neutral spine, that center point. All right, all we're gonna do from here is tuck our toes under. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're gonna start to push into your feet and just start to hover those knees off the floor. Keep your arms nice and long. Continue your breath flowing, inhaling through your nose. Exhaling, pushing away from the floor. We're holding 3, starting to feel that heat building up into the body for 2. And 1, lower those knees gently back down. Inhale, prepare. If you need to come off the wrists in between, please do so. Exhale, we're gonna hover those knees back off the floor. We're holding here, strong into those arms. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth for 3. Inhaling. Exhaling, push the chest away from the floor. Keep the abdominals engaged for 2. And for 1, lowering those knees back down to the floor. Lovely. Now keep that strong press of the floor without moving the hips, moving the tray off the back. You're going to slide your right leg long. Pushing into the right foot without changing the position of the spine. We're going to slide that left leg long. So we're now in a high plank position. Gently slide that right knee back underneath the hips. Lower the knee to the floor and left knee back underneath. Now the aim here is to avoid any shifting or sinking into the shoulders. You want to push away from the floor, keeping that wrapping around the waistline and try to keep your back as still as you can. Slide the right leg back, halt, left leg back, halt. Bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in. Let's alternate. Left leg back, strong push into the arms, right leg back, left knee in, right knee in. Now, if this feels okay for you, you'd like to go a little bit further, you're going to do the exact same thing, but keeping your knees hovering off the floor. So we're going to lift the knees off to start, keeping the back still. You're going to step 1 leg back, second leg back, push away from the floor. First leg comes back in, but we're hovering the knee, second knee back in. So we're still bringing those knees back underneath the hips and back, and back. Keep the pelvis still. Imagine you've got those tray of drinks balancing your back and in. And in, are we still breathing? Push that chest away from the floor. Try not to bend the arms. Now, if you need to bring your knees back down to the floor, please do so. This is stamina. Let's go 2 more. Nice deep breaths, and back, and back, and in, and in. One more time, back, and back. From here, we're holding our plank, pushing away from the floor. 5, 4, our body should be nice and warm. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees to the floor, bend your elbows, and bring yourself all the way down. Well done, guys. Untuck your toes for me. Elbows are gonna come underneath the shoulders. Arms are parallel to the floor. And you're looking down to in between your hands, almost as if you're reading a book. First thing to do from this one is push the chest away from the floor. So you can see quite a big difference in my shoulders. Exhale, we push away. You want to keep that constant press the whole time. So you're trying to push your forearms down. Now all we're going to do from here is start to peel the front of the body off the floor. So you're scooping your belly, we're slowly lifting our hips and our quadriceps off. So we're staying on our knees for now. Holding here. Keep that length into the lower back. Think about those trays of drinks balancing on, oh, I said trays this time, just one tray, balancing on your back. We're inhaling through our nose. We're feeling that strong wrap around the belly. Just check that we're not arching the back or sinking into the shoulders. We're pushing the shoulders away. We're lengthening the lower back. Holding for another 5. We're looking in between the hands without dropping the head. We're holding for 4. Breathing 3. 2, all about that control, and lower yourself all the way back down. Just gently press into the hands. Can you lift the chest? Maybe lift the elbows if that feels okay. Come into a gentle extension. And then lower the elbows back down and hold that chest off the floor. Inhale, prepare. We're going to do that again. Exhale, we're going to slowly scoop the belly in. Push the elbows into the floor as you slowly lift yourself all the way up. So chest is away from the floor, hips are off, tucking the bum under. Can we tuck our toes under this time? Now, if this gets too much, just keep your knees on the floor. If not, we're going to push one heel away from you as you lift one knee and lower that knee back down. Without moving the pelvis, lift your opposite knee and we lower. So one at a time, push up and lower down. All about stability. You're going to feel that strong work into the lower abdominals. Keep pressing the chest away from the floor and back. And lift. It's a lot harder than it looks. And back. Let's go 2 more. Don't worry, we won't be here all day. 1 more each side. And lift. And lower. And bring yourself back down. Well done. Untuck the toes. Either just lift the chest and look up, or optional to push into the hands and lift the elbows. Coming into a gentle extension. And lowering back down. Now guys, we've got 1 more time. This is a little bit more advanced. If it gets too much, either hold the knees on the floor or come back into your single leg. Inhale, we all prepare all together. Exhale, we push the chest away from the floor, scoop the belly in as you slowly start to peel yourself off the mat. Same position. Tucking the toes under without moving the pelvis. Now all we're going to do is push both heels back behind you as you extend the legs and bend the knees back down. Try not to move the pelvis. And extend and bend. Keep that scoop in the belly. Let's go for 5. And back again. Take it back to a single leg or hold the knees on the floor if you need. The focus is into that lower belly. And back. And push. And back. 2 more. And push. And back. 1 more. Push. And back. And lower yourself back down. Untuck the toes last time, lifting the chest, or taking a very gentle extension as you lift the elbows. And lowering yourself back down. Well done, guys. We're going to reach our arms out. They can be the width of the mat. You can also have your legs extended to the opposite corners of the mat. You're thinking about tucking your tailbone slightly under, feeling that length into the lower back. So it feels like your pubic bone or your hip bones are pressing into the mat, and then just a gentle lift of the lower belly. All right, inhale, prepare. We're looking down to our mat, so slight double chin. Exhale, you're going to lift the chest as you slide the hands slightly towards you. So your shoulder blades are sliding down the back. Now it's not to your highest position. We're still focusing on that length into the lower back, and it's just a small lift of the chest, working in the extension. Holding your shoulders still, we're going to lift the right arm off the floor, so straight up into the air. Now without moving, you're going to bend that right elbow in by your side and shoot it straight back up. And squeeze and extend. So bringing that elbow in by the rib cage and back up. You've got 3 to go. And press. And in and out, keeping the shoulders square. Lengthening that lower back, return and lower that arm back down. Shoulders stay away from the ears. If you need to come down in between, you can. If not, we've got that left arm lifting up. Squeeze in between shoulder blades. We squeeze and extend. Strengthening the back side of the body. Keep focusing on that lower back being long. For 3, for 2, last one. Return and lower the hand. Now next option, you can either alternate. So you've got one lift with the right and down, one lift with the left. And you continue like so. If not, you're following me, keeping the chest open. We're going to lift both arms and we bend in and extend. Let's go for 5 and out. For 4 and squeeze. 3. Keep that length in the spine. Last one. We reach. We're going to hold it there and tap those arms up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If you're on one arm, switch arms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lowering yourself down. Well done. Relax your head. Nice deep breath. You can give the hips a little wiggle side to side if you need. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Legs come a little bit closer together. You're going to push into the hands and you're going to press yourself all the way up and stretching back into a lovely child's pose. Nice deep breaths here for me, just stretching out the back, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Reaching the arms nice and long, inhaling through your nose and exhale, sighing out. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. And gently bringing yourself all the way up for me, and we're going to spin ourselves around to come to a seated position. So gently bringing yourself over to come onto your hips. All right. So finding a nice tall position, sitting up. We're going to start by holding onto the legs. I'm just giving my hips a little wiggle, finding my sit bones. So all about the C curve on this one. So C curve is a C shape of the spine. Everyone has a different shaped spine, so I don't expect everyone to be looking the same. We're aiming for a nice rounded spine. All right, inhale, let's sit up nice and tall, lengthen the back. Exhale, slowly start to scoop your belly in as we tuck the bum under. It feels like you're threading your tailbone away from you, rounding your back as much as you can and just roll off your sit bones. So not too far just yet, and then bringing yourself all the way back up. Inhale, lift through the top of the head. Exhale, chin to chest, scoop the belly round the spine as we roll ourselves just back. You've got the arms for a little bit of support and bringing yourself back up. So it's moving the pelvis, it's moving the back, it's getting that strong scoop of the belly, shoulders are heavy. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly round the spine and lifting yourself back up. 2 to go and rounding. Focusing on that breath. One more time, we're going to curl under, rounding here. We're going to hold it here as we reach those hands just off the legs. Staying here, 5. Keep that scoop of the belly, tuck of the tail, relax the shoulders, holding 4, 3. Ground those feet into the floor for 2. And 1. Roll yourself back up, sitting nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the bum under, scoop the belly and around the spine as you roll back down. So this time without the arms, and lift yourself back up. Now if this is too much, bring your hands back towards the thighs, so holding the legs. And we go again, scoop the belly, tuck the bum under, round your back, just off the tailbone. Really feel those abdominals working and rolling back up. So it's rib to hip connection. You're bringing your rib cage towards your hip bones as we roll down. Shoulders stay heavy, lifting yourself back. One more time for me, scoop the belly, rolling back. Now we're gonna hold it there with the option to stay here for 10. If not, we're gonna raise the arms up, lower the arms down, trying to keep the back in that same position without moving. So if that means just lifting the arms just a few inches, that is enough for today. And then eventually we can start to lift those arms a little bit higher, finding that abdominal engagement and control. Let's go for 4. Exhale for 3. Rounding that back as much as you can today for 2. Last one, we're gonna reach those hands forward and you're gonna slowly roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Ooh, and relax. Well done, guys. Bring your feet in a little bit closer towards you. And just start with a few pelvic tilts. So we're rocking our pelvis forward, we're rocking our pelvis back. Feels like you massage your spine into the mat and then you peel it back off. If you were to have a bowl of water balancing on your pelvis, you're tipping the water away from you, you're tipping the water towards you. And then you're slowly making that movement a little bit smaller and smaller so the bowl of water becomes level and there's going to be no spills. So you can really visualize that. It really helps to find that visualization of the bowl of water. So you should have a natural curve into your lower back, and this is your neutral spine. We have spoken about this before. Shoulders are nice and heavy. You can have your arms down by your side. Nice and simple to start today. We're going to fold that right knee up and bring it to a tabletop position. Knee is stacked right on top of the hip and your shin bone is parallel to the floor. Inhale, prepare. Without losing that bowl of water, balancing on top, can you keep the pelvis still as you float your second leg off the floor? Lower your first leg back down and lower your second leg back down. So we start a little bit easier, lifting one leg. Exhale, second leg. Try not to shift the weight. Lower the first leg, keep that control. And second leg, we'll feel that work into the lower abdominals. All about stability. One leg up. Exhale, second leg, try not to shift. First leg down, so we're not arching the back, and second leg down. One more time, and lift. Exhale, up, and down, and down. Now, you can repeat that 4 more times just like that. If not, you're gonna have a go of adding a little bit of upper abdominal work. So hands come behind the head, elbows nice and wide for a little bit of support. Find your gentle double chin, so we're nodding the chin down. We inhale, prepare. Exhale, we're going to flex the upper back as we curl the chest off the floor. Just a small curl, doesn't have to be too far. Try to keep that neutral spine with the lower back and the bowl of water still balancing. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop without moving the pelvis. Second leg lifts, first leg lowers, second leg lowers, and we lower the head and shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we curl, chin to chest. Lifting up, we're looking just past the knees. One leg to lift. Exhale, second leg, keep the control. First leg down, second leg down, and return. 2 to go for me. Exhale, we curl up. Nodding the chin to the chest. One leg up, second leg up, first leg down. It's all about stability. Second leg down, and return. Hopefully warming up into the abdominals. Last one for me. Exhale, we curl up. Just curling the chest. One leg up, second leg up, first leg down, second leg down, and lower the head and shoulders. All right, we're going to continue those curls, so keeping the hands behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, nodding the chin, and we curl the chest up for 5, and down. Exhale for 4. It's just a slow curl. You're still keeping that bowl of water balancing there, so we're not moving the pelvis. We're just learning to flex the upper back, engaging the abdominals. You're feeling the rib cage sliding down the body, but you're also having a little bit of engagement of the pelvic floor, so there's not so much pressure pushing down. Last 2. Last one for me. We're going to hold it there. We're just going to add a little pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering yourself back down. Well done, guys. Reach your hands to the ceiling for me. Shoulders nice and heavy. One leg to tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, second leg to tabletop. Check that you haven't lost that neutral spine. It's got a natural curve in the lower back. Bowl of water is balancing. All right, shoulder stability. How far back can you reach your hands without flaring the rib cage or changing the position in your spine? Now, how far out can you circle your arms without changing the position and then lifting those arms all the way back up. So we're drawing big circles, trying to keep the torso as still as you can. So you're just moving in the shoulder joints, shoulders staying heavy all the way around. Now if this is too much, just bring your feet back down to the floor, or take the circles a little bit smaller, so not going all the way down. I don't want you touching the floor. Lowest position will be a hover. Let's reverse that, so we circle around and back. Keep those rib cage soft. Try to hide your rib cage from poking through your t-shirt. And back. How's our breath? We've talked about that before. Keep it going, inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Don't hold the breath. 2 to go for me, finding that shoulder mobility. And on the last one, we're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to reach the hands halfway back. So on a diagonal. Don't want your elbows bent. Really shoot energy out through the arms and slide those shoulder blades down the back. All right, we're going to start with the left toes tapping down. Exhaling to lift up. Right toes to tap down. Exhale to lift. Now if you're feeling this is a little bit too much, maybe you're starting to arch the back as we do the move, bring your hands to the floor and focus on the legs. So your movement stays, the knees at a 90-degree angle, try not to bend from the knee. We're moving from that hip, we're pushing the thigh away and returning. Now if you can keep those arms up, keeping the rib cage soft, please do. And tap. Exhale back up. We've got 5 to go, and lift in your own time, down and squeeze and tap and squeeze, making sure the center of the body stays held. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2. How are our fingers? Have we got energy in those fingers, or are they a dead hand? Keep reaching those fingers long. Well done. Tapping away from you. And last one, lowering one leg back down to the floor and relax the arms down. Well done. Take a few pelvic tilts just to release the back, to let the pelvis go a little bit. We are going to do another one here, staying on our back. We're not going to be here for long. If you need to give the knees a little rock side to side as well, whatever you need, just a quick release to reset the body. All right, so quick reset, check that you've got that neutral spine, bowl of water balancing, then lifting the legs back to tabletop. Optional hands to the floor, or optional reaching the arms slightly back, keeping the shoulders in place and the rib cage soft. All right, we're all here. Let's go now, single leg stretch and back and out and in. Now you're choosing the height of the leg. The lower the leg extends, a little bit heavier it's going to feel, a little bit stronger into those abdominals. Now I do want to give you an option for those who would like to go a little bit further today. So same movement with the legs, but your hands are going to be behind the head. Inhaling, we're going to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, you're going to curl the head and shoulders off the floor. Keeping the lower back in a neutral, it's just the upper back that's flexing, and we continue here. And back, extend, return. We're really starting to feel those abdominals engaging. Let's go for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can either keep going here for another 5, if not we're going to add our obliques to finish today. So you're going to curl towards your bent knee, lifting the opposite shoulder blade as you extend. So I'm curling towards my left, trying to look to the outside of that left leg. Inhale to return to the center. Exhale, I curl to look towards the outside of the right leg. Inhale back to the center. Trying to keep the pelvis nice and still. This is a little bit more advanced. Keeping those elbows open, lifting the opposite shoulder blade and center. So if it gets too much, take it back a level and repeat where you are at. And center. We've got 4 and center. For 3 and center. For 2. Keeping control. Last one. And center. Lower the head and shoulders. Gently bring one leg back down at a time. And relax. Feet together, knees gently fold open to the side, just giving those hips a gentle release. Reach the arms overhead, taking a nice stretch. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Bringing the knees gently back in towards you. Circle those arms around to bring your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a nice tight hug. A good squeeze, well-deserved squeeze. Well done. Now we're going to slowly bring ourselves up to a seated position. You can do so by rocking forward and back, or you can roll over onto the side. If you're rocking forward and back, curl the head and shoulders off the floor. Start nice and small, and then slowly getting a little bit bigger and bigger. Bringing yourself all the way up to a seated position. Feet back together like we did earlier. Knees open wide and just gently forward folding. Breathing into the stretch. And bringing yourselves all the way back up to where we started. Give the shoulders a nice big circle. Well done, everybody. We are all finished for today's session. Hope you enjoyed working a little bit more into the upper body. If you've got any questions, please always let us know. If not, have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you. My name is Bridget.